everyone, and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kay, and this is my YouTube channel where I share all about my knitting, crocheting, and crafting adventures. I have just opened the window because it is a beautiful, beautiful day here. It is a little after 11:30. Just getting situated. And I'm just having my second cup of coffee today. So I had a couple of housework things to get done today, and then I dropped the boys off at school, came home, and I sat down and played the piano for over an hour, and it felt so nice. But that means I'm a little bit behind where I should be with everything today, including drinking my coffee, but it was well worth it. I've so been enjoying our piano. I haven't talked about it much since we got it, but I've really been enjoying it, and it's all coming back, and I can hear myself improving and feel that things are moving smoother when I play, and it's just been amazing. So yeah, I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna sit down for 30 minutes and play, and that's it. And then I've got to get work done. And the next thing I knew, I looked at my watch and I'd been sitting there playing for over an hour. So, oh well, it happens. Okay, so we got lots to chat about today. I have a finished object. Give you a little peek here. I have a finished object. I brought down like 5 works in progress, I think, from upstairs to talk about. And what else? We have the giveaway winners from last episode, a new giveaway to announce for this episode. Some pretty things have arrived in the mail. I have not checked the P.O. box since Thursday, so there's not quite as much mail this week, but that's okay. We went out of town over the weekend, so I haven't gotten fully back into routine yet and checked the P.O. box, but we got lots to cover today, so let's go ahead and jump right in. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady, and we do have a group for this podcast on Ravelry, and I will have links to all of those places, as well as links to shops that I talk about, project pages for things that I show you. Everything's going to be right down below this video in the description box. I'm going to take a sip of coffee because I haven't even had a sip out of this cup yet. It's starting to get cold already too. It's been a morning. It's been a good morning, but it's been a morning. So I hope that you guys are settled in with something to work on, some coffee or a beverage, and you're ready to chat all about the knitting. Because like I said, there's a lot today. But first, we have some admin things that I want to go over. I made some notes here in my note-taking book. I need more coffee. For admin things. So the camp video is out. I talked about this last week, but I want to chat about it again because I'm still having so many questions about camp, but I'm so glad that y'all are excited. But head over and check out that camp video. I'll put a link for it. It has all of the information. I want to reiterate a couple of things. You do not have to like officially sign up for camp. Don't have to do that. Camp does not cost anything. It's just a knit along, and then YouTube tutorials, Instagram lives, all the information is in the camp video, but camp does not cost anything unless you want to try to get a VIP camper option, which again, all of that is in the camp video. I will talk, I think it'll be next week, should be next week, about VIP camper slots. I'm going to talk more about those, what they're going to entail, go over again when that update will be. But if you want the kind of a quick run through of what it should be and when the update is, all that's in that camp video. But I'll go over all of the details again next week before that listing goes live. Let's see, what else was there? I wanted to touch on sponsor items. So for one, I want to let everyone know that sponsor items are not required. The sponsor items that were in the camp video, you do not have to have those to participate in camp. They are just a fun extra, just a fun way for us to kind of come together, support some small businesses of some amazing women who are running these businesses. They're just a fun extra. A huge thank you to everybody who has shopped with the sponsors, because the response has been insanely overwhelming, like truly overwhelming beyond belief. Desert Vista Dye Works still has the camp yarn up. That is this yarn. You'll want to check her out for all the details, but she does still have that up, excuse me, in her shop. Carrie, Stolen Minutes, Amanda, Mandy's Makings, and Vita, So Crazy Crafter, they did all fill up on their pre-order slots. So I wanted to touch on that. I've kind of talked a little bit about it on Instagram as well as they have, but the ones that have sold out, they are thinking of doing another round. You do want to follow them. I will of course announce when those updates will be as soon as they know. They do not know when that will be yet. They sold so many more than we anticipated, so much faster than we anticipated. I know there were quite a few people that were very, very upset that they missed out on getting some of these items. And while I do appreciate and understand that you are upset, know that we thought we were, like, the amount that they were putting up was more than enough. We thought it would sit there for days before they sold the amount that they sold. So I understand that everybody is upset. We're all doing the best that we can, and you do want to follow them if you want to try to get in on the next round that they do. So I think that's all I wanted to say about that. I just wanted to go over that because I have gotten so many messages, and I know they have as well. And while so many of you are extremely kind and sweet and all of that, there are some who have not been so kind and sweet, and I do want to say that that is 100% not allowed in this space. Like, we're all going to be kind to everybody, because I don't know, some of the messages that even I got were not so fun after that update, after those sold out. So yeah, I'm not going to go too much into it because I'm not going to allow that to have power over all of this and ruin any of the excitement, because these sponsors are amazing, amazing, amazing women, and I am so excited that their items have done as well as they have with this, that camp is doing what it is and bringing so many people together. So I'm not going to let any of the negativity have power over that, but just be kind, please, because I don't allow that. I don't allow unkind people here, so please be kind. Okay, I think that was it. Like I said, Susan still has the pre-order up in her shop, so if you want some of the summer sock camp yarn from her, you can head over and check that out. Follow everyone else for updates on the next round of updates. And I think we're just going to jump into finished objects now. I will link this mug maker down below. I always get questions when I show it, so I'll have his shop linked down below. I purchased this at a yarn shop, but you can get it through his website. Okay, so I have a finished pair of socks. I finished my Share a Pair. Afternoon Tea is the colorway for this Share a Pair. And for these ones, I did do the tutorial on YouTube. I will link that for, it just shows how I stripe the yarns and then how I do the heel, all without having to cut and rejoin anything. So I did the same as I have been doing for these, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alternating heels, toes, and cuffs, striping every 2 rounds, US 0 2mm on a 9-inch, using that small because my gauge is looser on a 9-inch. 64 stitches. Basically, vanilla socks on 9-inch circulars is the pattern I follow for all the instructions, just a knit 2, purl 2 for the ribbing. And I am so pleased with these, and I have started my next pair of Share a Pair socks. So Amanda sent me oh my gosh, my brain, I just completely forgot what I was even talking about. Amanda sent me the next Share a Pair set, and I started those on Saturday. So I have this in a bag by Stolen Minutes. You guys will probably be able to hear cars going by outside. And this one is her Easter basket colorway. So there's her tag. Easter basket. And these are on her 75 Superwash Merino 25% nylon base. And it's a set of 2 half skeins. And if you buy a share a pair, you get 2 sets of 2 half skeins. They're approximately 231 yards, 50 grams for each half skein. So look how perfect this is. I mean, that just screams Easter to me. I love it. So I started these on a Saturday when we were at, make sure I put these back in here with the center pull upright. I started these Saturday morning when we were at my sister's. Nobody was awake yet, so I thought perfect time to cast on a new pair of socks. And that's where I am. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it so much. So I'm doing the exact same as I have been. 20 rounds, knit 2, purl 2 for the cuff. Striping every, alternating colors every 2 rounds. Can you guys hear Emmy crying? She's looking for Wyatt, but he's at school. This is an all day, everyday occurrence. When she like wakes up from her nap and realizes that he's missing, she wanders the house crying, looking for him. 9-inch circulars, US 0, 2mm, 64 stitches. So camp stuff has kind of taken over, so I don't know how quickly these will get done because I have so much camp stuff to do and I'm so excited about it all. But my schedule, like if you could see my planner, my calendar right now, it is like, I don't even know. It's insane. Let's see. Let's talk about these next. I have one of these done. This is in a bag by Vita of So Crazy Crafter. I have both of my camp pins on there last year and this year. This year's has not went up for sale yet. I've had a lot of questions about that. I went over that in the camp video as well, but it is not went up for sale yet. So here is the first sock of this pair. This is a pair of socks from my husband, Eric, and I'm doing the Rhinebeck Roomies pattern. And this yarn, the main color, is from March's Yarnable subscription box, which is done by Hypnotic Yarn, and it was Celtic Fairy. And then the heels and toes, I just grabbed a mini skein out of my little like mini skein house thing over there, and that just had some green in it, and that's what I've used. Whoops, for heels and toes. The greens don't even really match, but I don't even really care. I just think it looks nice, and I'm enjoying using up stuff for heels, toes, cuffs, all the little things. So these I'm knitting on 9-inch circulars. Again, why am I so obsessed with these lately? You guys know me and I bounce around to all the different methods, but sometimes I get like hyper focused on one. Right now it's 9-inch, US 0, 2mm. I do 64 stitches for Eric's socks and my socks as well. I already said the Rhinebeck Roomies, that's one of my designs. And yeah, I've just started the second round of the pattern repeat on the second sock. I just did this last night, cast that on. So I was working on this sock, and I have my sock ruler. I don't have it down here with me, but I have marked on it an M for me when I know to start the toe on mine. And I have the sock rulers, I believe they're linked in the Amazon storefront, which can be found down below if you're interested in checking that out. But anyways, I have an M for me, an E for Eric, and a T for Teresa, which is my mother-in-law. So we are all marked on there because those are the people that get socks the most. Wyatt hasn't had any in a while because he just hasn't been wearing them, honestly, and his feet were still growing, so he's not marked on there. But so there's Emmy. Now she's looking down here, but at least she's not crying anymore. I just was on autopilot when I came home on Sunday. I was kind of just like worn out. You know how you are after a trip, no matter how good a trip is. Normally you come back from a trip needing a vacation from your vacation. That's kind of how I was on Sunday. I was just kind of like a zombie all day Sunday when we got home, and on autopilot and just knitting away, measuring, and I stopped and started the toe at the M for me. And these are for Eric. So I was 2 rounds into the toe and I was like, oh my gosh, Eric, I am knitting these in my size. He was like, it's fine. No problem. They're supposed to be for you then. It's okay. But it was bothering me so much. I just kept sitting there staring. I could not even knit them. So I ended up ripping back. I don't know where I was. I would have to rip, like, or not rip. I would have to flip it inside out to see, because I can't see where I wove in the ends. But I took the 2 rounds out that I had done of the toe and started knitting again. I'm gonna guess I was probably like right there, and finished it in his size, because I was like, no, these, as soon as I opened this box and saw this yarn, I thought socks for Eric immediately when I saw this. So I couldn't do them in my size. I have a progress keeper on here from Lindsay of Simply Serving. Super cute. And that's marking where the round that I did my heel flap, so that I know on the second sock, since it's patterned, I just count how many repeats I did of the pattern for the leg and then for the foot. And I'll make the second sock to match this one. So yeah, mistake. That was one of the mistakes I've made in my knitting within the past week. Oh, there's more. We're gonna get to the next one. I can't even tell you how nice it is to have the windows open. So we've always, quick little side story here. We've always rented houses. Arizona we did own. That was our first house we purchased, and then we own this house. But we've mostly always rented houses. And it was like hit or miss whether the windows would even have screens in them, or if the screens would have like fit properly. Like there were just, I don't ever remember a house where we could really open the windows. Even in Arizona, that house, there were no screens in the windows when we purchased it. None. It was on our list to do, but then we found out we were moving and never got around to it. So we have never really lived in a place that was somewhere we could open the windows when the seasons were changing and transitioning and allow that fresh air in. We would sometimes have sliding doors with screens and we could open that, but we've had the windows open so much with the weather warming up. It's been amazing. I love hearing the birds and all the sounds outside. I can hear that somebody is mowing their lawn right now. Just the breeze coming in a little bit. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. It's just so nice to be back where it feels like there are seasons. Again, I don't think I realized how much I missed it, but I really missed it. I'm somebody who, anywhere that we've went, I've always looked for the good and the best in that place, and that's just kind of me. That's who I am. And instead of dwelling on all the negative and complaining about it, or, oh, I miss the seasons, I would just kind of embrace that we could be outside all winter in Arizona, or whatever the good things were that I could find in the place where we were. And so yeah, I never let myself really think about how much I missed things, I guess, but I'm realizing now just how much I missed the seasons transitioning. Okay, back to what you're here for. You're not here to hear about my windows being opened. What are we going to talk about next? I don't know. Let's just grab one and go for it. Set those over there so that I know I've talked about them. So I've been working on stuff for summer sock camp, like I said, tutorials, getting all that ready. This is the bag by Carrie of Stolen Minutes for camp. And I have the yarn from Amanda of Mandy's Makings for camp in here. And I have 2 pairs of shorty socks in here that I'm working on. I'll just show you the one that I'm currently working on, and then I still have the second sock for the other pair, so we'll chat about it at a later date. But here's the pair that I'm working on right now. This is Amanda's Summer Sock Camp 2021 colorway. It's a full skein and then a mini skein in the yellow. got the first sock done and I'm working on the second sock. I am done with the gusset decreases. And just working along. These will be in a couple videos slash tutorials for camp, so keep an eye out for those when camp starts. I don't have dates yet for when all of the tutorials will be released. Some of them will be released at the beginning of camp and then some throughout camp, like different technique help videos, that kind of things throughout camp. So these will be making an appearance in a couple of different videos throughout camp. But I'm doing these on magic loop, 64 stitches, US 1, 2.25 millimeter needles, basically vanilla socks on magic loop, just shorter leg and cuff. And I will be going over all of that as far as how many rounds, etc. in those camp videos. And I've been pretty much using, when it comes to sock knitting, ChiaoGoo needles exclusively lately. I'm just really enjoying those. Okay, let's talk about the next mistake that I made since last episode. My stocking. This is in a bag by Stolen Minutes. I love that I've used the same bag for every single stocking. And did you guys see? So Legacy Fiber Arts, I think it's this Friday, they are releasing their 2021 Advent calendar, and it's going to be for a colorwork stocking that Remembrance's Pottery, I believe, is doing the pattern for, and you get all of the yarn for this stocking. And I'm kind of tempted. We're all gonna have stockings, so I don't know what I would do with it, but I'm just kind of tempted because I've been enjoying this so much that I think it might be fun to have a colorwork stocking to work on during Advent season. I don't know. Should I do it? What would I do with the extra stocking? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Should I do it or not? I'm very tempted. So here's my stocking. Chat about it and then I'll tell you the mistake. If you have a good memory, you may already see what looks different. But this is a pattern by Ursula Almeida. It is Holiday Chalet. The yarn that I'm using is Knit Picks Palette. The white is just their bare undyed, red is pimento, and gray is ash. And last time I was in this area here, I can't remember where exactly, but I was doing the wrong chart. So somebody so sweetly pointed out to me that I was doing the wrong chart. Let me show you the picture. So this is the chart I'm currently doing that I should have been doing, but this is the chart I was doing. I was doing the narrow houses or whatever that chart is called. I just never even noticed. If she would not have pointed it out, I told her thank you more than once, I think, because if she would not have pointed that out, I would have just continued knitting on and knit the entire wrong chart. And then at some point I would have realized that my stocking was a lot shorter than it should have been. But it was not a big deal. I'm enjoying this so much that I did not even mind that I had to rip back to the end of this red chart and start again. So you can kind of see the smoke from the chimney. There's the top of the tree, the top of the house. So it's really taking shape now with the right chart. I did not work on this over the weekend at all. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I didn't work on it at all. I didn't take it with me because I didn't even know how much knitting time I would have. And I actually, so I could have had a ton of knitting time, but I slept in while we were at my sister's, and I never do that. But I didn't want to have my alarm set because I was in the room with the boys. We were sharing a room and I didn't want to wake them up. So I just turned my alarm off and I slept in until 6 o'clock one morning and 7 o'clock the other morning. So it was really kind of a nice vacation. Although I do enjoy getting up early, and I did kind of miss that knitting time in the morning, but it was fine. I still had a little bit of knitting time before everybody else woke up. Okay, last thing I brought to show is my Muselburg hats in another bag by Stolen Minutes. I had somebody ask what happened to all my project bags. Did they get lost in the move? And I'm like, no, they're here. They're all right there in the bottom of that cabinet. I just have pretty much been using just Carrie's bags. I just love them. You know how it is when you find a new yarn dyer, a new bag maker, you just can get a little obsessed, and that's how I am with her bags right now. So my Muselburg hats, this one has definitely had the most work. This is a pattern by Ysolda Teague, and we have a knit along going on right now in the Ravelry group for this. And it's kind of wrinkly because it's been shoved down in the bag with everything, but here's the progress on the first one. And I did work on this a decent amount while we were at my sister's because it's just straight stockinette in the round. I could just pick it up, not have to worry about putting it down at a weird spot because it's on 16-inch circulars. And these are a 3mm Addy bamboo. And the yarn is Gray Matter by Breaking Bad. I'm doing an adult large, and my gauge is 7 stitches per inch. All of this is on my project pages. I don't know that this other one, I have two going. I don't know that I don't remember the last time I showed it and where I was, but it's probably had a little bit of work since then. This is Magpie Fibers I think it's Magpie Fibers, right? Maybe it's just Magpie. Magpie in the Heart of Glass colorway. 3mm needles again, same size, same gauge, using Chalgu needles. So these will not be done by the end of the knit along. The knit along ends on April 15th. There's no way they'll be done. I mean, they could, but like I said, camp prep is begun, and there are so many videos to start recording, which means there's so many socks to be knit. So that's kind of going to be taken over, which I am not upset about at all. I am fine if I don't finish those. It's going to be spring, summer. They're mindless projects that I can pick up and knit on anytime I have a moment. So I don't mind that they're going to linger past the end of the knit along. I did have some people ask if I would extend that knit along. I won't be extending that knit along. It will still end April 15th. With camp starting, I need to get that done, those prizes out before we like dive into all the camp things, because camp is going to be a lot bigger than it was last year, and I'm here for it. I'm excited for it, but definitely need to clear out and like finish up, wrap up things, and get ready to gear up for that because it's going to be a lot. I'm ready, but it's going to be a lot. All right, what else do we have? We have some mail. So I received a couple of skeins of yarn from Mama Jess Knits. Here's her tag. And this color is Oriental Splendor. It is her 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, fingering weight base, 462 yards. Very, very pretty pink. So gorgeous. Looks good with my nails too. These are the Coral Bay Color Street strips. I'm really loving this color. Matches very nicely. And then the other skein of yarn that she sent is her Monet. It is same base, but a beautiful blue with little pops of green. I love that one too. Get that green in there. So pretty. And then I received a Row 1 yarn subscription. Take it out here. I haven't even taken it out and looked at it yet. I love that they come in these little bags. So here are the yarns. Look how pretty. Ooh, I love that. Glare. That one. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna open this little bag up to see what all of the details are for this month. Ooh, the little stitch marker is a baseball. So the yarn dyer for this one is Birch Dye Works. And the base for all of these is an 80% superwash merino nylon blend. Tells a little bit about Birch Dye Works, has all of the colorway names listed, and they are also on the minis, which I love, so that if you find one you like and you need that colorway, you can go and see if they have it in stock in their shop. And then also some little gummies that is shaped like a hot dog with relish, ketchup, and mustard. Super cute. Okay, so the row one for this month is going to be this episode's giveaway. I want y'all to get to experience this because it is amazing. So this is going to be our giveaway. You'll win everything that it came with. I'm going to package it all back up into its little bag. All you have to do is comment down below this video to be entered to win. It is open to everybody, no matter where you are. And I will draw the winner on episode 136. So that'll be our giveaway. We did have 2 giveaways last episode. Let me flip my notes over to the next page here. Okay, so we had the bag, the project bag, and the yarn that is winner's choice out of those 3 skeins that I showed last time. And the winner of that is Corinne R's. And then we also had the crochet pattern. Can y'all hear the neighbor's dogs? Oh, they're all gonna start now. Oh brother, I might have to close the window. We have the crochet pattern, and the winner for that is Trisha. That's all the YouTube name said was Trisha. So congratulations to our winners. If you will get in touch with me at crazysockladypodcast@gmail.com. And I just need your shipping information for Corinne. And then Trisha, I just need to know how you would like that pattern sent to you, your email address, all of that. And then I can get that information over to the pattern designer. So thank you guys so much for everybody who participated in that. We had well over 1,000 comments. That was a crazy giveaway for the last one. And I did want to say that I completely fell behind in comments from last episode. I always like to go through, I read every single comment, respond if needed, do the little heart thing, up like following that week from the podcast until the next one. But I completely fell behind on the last one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna be honest, fell behind, have not been able to catch up because there were well over 1,000. So if you had a question or something that I needed to respond to and I didn't, you can email me and I will respond that way. And I should have mentioned this at the beginning. I don't know if anyone's hanging out here to see this, but I've had an email from somebody who has a very close email address to mine complaining that they are receiving emails that are meant for me multiple times a day. So it made me laugh so hard. But bless her, she was not, I don't think she's very happy at all about the fact that she's getting emails multiple times a day that are supposed to be coming to me. So make sure if you are emailing me that you are emailing me at crazysockladypodcast@gmail.com or crazysockladydesigns@gmail.com. Those are the 2 I have. Designs is typically for pattern questions. It's like what I like to keep that for. Pattern questions, sock knitting questions, etc. Podcast, anything and everything. Really doesn't matter either one you use, but make sure it's one of those because bless her, she's not happy. Yeah. I shouldn't laugh, but it really made me laugh this morning. I do feel bad for her. That would be frustrating. Okay, that's it for the knitting stuff. I'll chat a little bit about our trip. We had a great time. It was so nice to only have that 3-hour drive, not have to get on a plane, not have to drive all day. We left Friday morning. We're there well before lunch. Got to see my dad Friday and Saturday. Friday was his birthday, so it was nice to see him. We celebrated his birthday, Easter, and my niece Henley's kind of a belated birthday. It's a little bit past her birthday, on Saturday with a big kind of traditional Easter dinner, ham, deviled eggs, all of that kind of stuff, and an ice cream birthday cake. So it was a great time. The boys had such a nice time. Lily, my sister Cassie's little girl, I love her so much. She is such a little like firecracker. Her mouth just goes 90 miles an hour from the time her eyes open until they close at night, and it is hilarious. She just has so much to say, and she's funny. Like, she's a funny kid. She had the boys, particularly Austin, wrapped around her finger. He did whatever she wanted. Like, Austin, you want to play Barbies with me? Yep, let's go. They'd go play Barbies. He just did whatever. Austin played with her, or not Austin, excuse me. Wyatt played with her as well, but he had his guitar with him, so he would like get in the music zone and play the guitar, but Austin was just there for anything and everything that Lily wanted to do. So they had a really good time with her cousin. Cassie has a VR, so we played a lot of Beat Saber. We have never played on the VR before. The boys have wanted one, particularly Wyatt, but we've never gotten one, never used one. But now we have one coming in the mail because I even wanted one after playing Beat Saber at Cassie's house. Her and James are crazy good at it. Crazy good. It was definitely nice to kind of have a weekend off. I decided, okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm not answering emails. I'm just stepping back and taking a break. I did answer a few here and there, but it can be hard for me to step away because I know there's nobody to help me catch up. It's only me. So I knew coming back Monday was going to be a little bit, I was going to be behind from my normal schedule. So I did have some catching up to do yesterday and today as well, because I'm still a little bit behind. Like I said, the YouTube comments, I just cannot catch up on those. But yeah, it was a nice break, kind of a nice reset to step away, not answer anything or any of that for 3 days. It was definitely a nice break, especially after all the craziness with the sponsor updates for summer sock camp. It was really nice to just step back for a bit. But I think that's pretty much it. I hope that y'all enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys again next week for the next episode of the podcast. Until then, happy making. Bye.